Hello, everyone. Good evening. Please confirm if you can hear me in the comment section. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me 100. Okay. All right, so let's wait for others to come on board. So while we are waiting for others, um, tell me, how was your Amarachi has shared how her week went, and I pray that your mommy's friend gets better. Okay, let me check the comment section. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay, so we are waiting for others. Today's class promises to be amazing. Um, while we wait for others to come on board, I can see it's just me, Amarachi, and Chimamanda that is on call. Chimamanda, can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something in the comments section. Put on my video so that you can all get to see me. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay. Yep. Hope you can see me. Okay. So let's start with a review from last week class before we move into today's class. I believe before we are done with our reviews, others would have joined us. Okay, so what did we learn last week? Yeah, I can see. Wait, let me see. I can see some videos are on. Let me get to see your face clearly. I can see Amarachi's face. And Amanda just put off her video now. Amanda, can you put on your video so I can get to see your wonderful, amazing face? Okay, we have two Amandas in the house, right? Is that two Amandas or three Amandas or four Amandas? If you can change your name, rename yourself so that you can capture everybody that is on call with you. Because I can only see Amanda on your screen. Yep. And if you can add a beautiful adjective to your name, just like Amarachi did, amazing Amarachi. Yep. So you could say clever Chimamanda, or you could just say amazing Amanda. It's still the same thing. All right. Okay. So let's go to the review. What did you learn last week? What was the topic for last? Let's start from there. What was the topic for last week? Okay, so okay, clever Chimamanda, that is amazing. Well done. All right, so share with us in the comment section what was the topic for last week. What did we learn last week? Are you trying to open your notes? Okay, let me head over to my YouTube community. I can see David and Kiki. And I can see Tando, that is in Malobos. That should be Tula, Tando. Oh, what is the third person? Please, Tando, can you give me all your names again? I can only remember Tula and Tando. All right, self-acceptance. Thank you, clever Amanda, for that. Beautiful. It showed that you were attentive. So let's start officially. I would like to call out everybody's name, both on YouTube and on Zoom. So just introduce yourself in the comment section. Use an amazing adjective like to describe yourself. So on Zoom, I can see clever Chimamanda. I can see amazing Amarashi. All right. So just introduce yourself, especially okay, on YouTube, I can see Kiki. I can see David. Yep, these are those that have introduced themselves. And someone is greeting me, and that should be Jane Francis Mesomashuku. That should be your mom's name, if I'm not mistaken. If you can introduce yourself so I can call your name. All right. Yes, today promises to be an amazing day. Oh my goodness. Today promises to be an amazing day. All right, so let's go. What did we learn last week? Amanda has given us the answer. Self-acceptance was the topic for last week. That is beautiful. So what did you learn from last week's class? What was your take home? Oh, I can see Joyful Jane. Oh, beautiful. Joyful Jane, you are welcome. And you will continue to be joyful, all right? Okay, so what did you learn last week? Anybody help us out? We learned self-acceptance, beautiful. So what was your take home? How did you practice self-acceptance? What did you do with self-acceptance? Oh, my amazing ambassadors are greeting me in YouTube. Good evening. Um, that should be, I'm seeing gifts, great. If you can introduce yourself. Self-acceptance, thank you, Joyful Jane. Okay, so what was your take home from last week's class? I need somebody to talk to me. Clever Chimamanda said, self-acceptance is all about not judging myself harshly. Not judging myself harshly. That is amazing. Self-acceptance is all about not judging myself harshly. Okay, all right. I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting for others. What was your take home last week before we move into today's amazing class? So thank you, Amanda, for that beautiful view. That is amazing. That is awesome. All right, so where are my ambassadors? What was your take home last week? Where is Kiki? Where is David? Where is Amarashi? Where is Jane? Gift? The Malobos? What was your take home from last week's class? Okay. Gift said we should always love ourselves. We should always love ourselves. That is amazing. We should always love ourselves, irrespective of the mistakes we make, irrespective of the challenges we go through. We should always love ourselves. And like Amanda said, we should not judge ourselves harshly. You made a mistake. You should not beat yourself up. You should not overbeat yourself. Okay. Thank you for that amazing review. Okay, so because of our time, we are going to dive into today's class. Okay, so get your writing materials, get your journals, and also get your textbook. Remember our book. Yeah, Personal Development Skills Guidebook for African Children. All right, so that is where I will be reading our amazing story for today. And we're looking at chapter 5, which is self-compassion. Okay, so let's move. If you look at the bottom, you will see a quote that says, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." What does that mean? It simply means that as much as you want to show love, concern, help to those in need, you should also show that amount of love, care to yourself because you deserve it. Is that understood? Okay, let's move. Now, here are the objective of the lesson. Hope you are all paying attention. No chatting in the comment section. Don't be distracted. Pay rapt attention. Who knows, one day I might decide to give a gift to the most attentive, the most punctual, the most committed, the most faithful ambassador. I said I might, so that some of you will not say, "Oh, Coach Victor said he's going to give us gifts," and then you start. I said I might, so it is conditional. All right, so let's look at the objective of the lesson. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to, 1, define what self-compassion is. 2, understand the difference between self-compassion and self-pity. Because these two words, most people confuse it. Self-compassion and self-pity. And lastly, we will be able to practice being kind to ourselves, especially when we face challenges. Is that clear? So if you are ready for the story of today, go to the comment section and type 1,000. If you are ready for the story of today, oh my goodness, everybody is ready. I can see that is beautiful. If you are ready for today's story, go to the comment section and type 1,000 so that we can kick off. Yeah, so Jane said, self-acceptance best describes accepting yourself as you are, including your strengths and your weaknesses. Thank you so much, beautiful Jane, joyful Jane. Okay, so I can see David and Kiki is ready. I can see Ifeoluwa is ready. All right. Oh my God, somebody's giving me a 1 trillion. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's dive in. So now remember, I'm going to read the story from my book, because the one you have on the slide is just a summary of the whole story. So pay attention because the questions will be coming from the story. Are we good to go? Okay, so today's case study is the story of Kwaku and the failed test. Let me take it again. Today's case study is the story of Kwaku and the failed test. Now, let me read while you pay attention. Kwaku was a bright student in his class in Ghana. He worked hard and usually got good grades. But one day, he received his math test back and saw a big red F. F means he failed. F is fail, all right? So he saw a big red F when he got his test script. His heart sank. He had studied for hours but the questions were harder than he expected, and he had made many mistakes. Kwaku felt terrible. He started to think, I am stupid. I will never be good at maths. I should just give up. He was being very hard on himself, which is the opposite of self-compassion. Imagine, because you failed the math test, you are telling yourself, I am stupid. Oh, I am foolish. I am dull. I can't do this. This is so hard. This is difficult. I can never excel in this just because of a test. Okay, let's read on. His friend, Emeka, saw how sad he was. Emeka said, Kwaku, you are not stupid. Everyone has a bad day. My last test was not so great either. It's just a test, not a judgment on your person, not a judgment on your personality, not a judgment on your potential. What can we learn from it? Kwaku listened to Emeka's words. Instead of beating himself up, he decided to treat himself like a friend who was having a hard time. He said to himself, it's okay to feel sad about this. I am not the only one who has ever failed a test. I worked hard, and that's what matters. Now, let's look at what went wrong and try again. This was Emeka talking to himself as a friend. Now, what Emeka just did is self-compassion in action. Kwaku went over his test, figured out his mistakes, and asked his teacher for extra help. He felt a lot better and learned that being kind to himself was a powerful way to handle setback. He did not let one bad grade define him. And that is the end of the story. What an amazing story. If you enjoyed the story, please go to the comment section and type, I enjoyed the story, before I move on. If you really enjoyed this Kwaku's story, just go to the comment section and type, I enjoyed the story, because it's amazing. He's a young boy. He usually does well in his test, but because of he failed just this particular test, he started to beat himself hard. I am stupid. I can never be good at maths. Let me just give up. And most of us, we are like that. Okay? Oh, beautiful. Thank you, my YouTube community. You really enjoyed the story, bah? Okay, so now let's look at, now we've read the story. We've seen what happened to Kwaku. And Kwaku had an amazing friend called Emeka. Thank God for Emeka. If not for Emeka, Kwaku would have just, damaged himself because of a test. All right, so now let's look at what is self-compassion. If you are with your journal, this is the best place to write. Remember when I started, I said we have 3 objectives. The first one is by the end of the lesson, we will be able to define what self-compassion is. And then we will see the difference between self-compassion and self-pity. So now, what is self-compassion? Here is the definition of self-compassion. Self-compassion is the act of treating yourself with the same kindness and care you would show a good friend, especially when you are struggling. Wow, this is amazing. Let me take that again while you write it down. Self-compassion is the act of treating yourself, not others. Compassion is when you treat others with kindness, with care, with concern, but self-compassion, which is talking about yourself, is the act of treating yourself with the same kindness and care you would show a good friend, especially when they are struggling. All right? Now, there is a formula for self-compassion. Someone will say, oh, Coach Victor, self-compassion looks like empathy. Are they not the same? empathy, self-compassion. So what's the difference, sir? Self-compassion is different from empathy. Empathy is when you put yourself in someone's shoes. You try to understand what they are going through. You try to feel what they are feeling. But that is where you stop. There is no action to it. Compassion is when you add action to your empathy. Now you know what I'm going through. Then you are giving a helping hand. Oh, you know I'm hungry. You just don't stop at feeling like, oh, I know the feeling of being hungry. You offer me food. You offer me something to drink. That is compassion. You see someone sad. You see someone all by himself or herself in the playground during break time. He's just sitting by himself, quiet, sad. Empathy is, oh, you know that feeling. I have once felt like this before. Compassion is you will not just stop at feeling like that. You will walk to the person and say, hi, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Come and join us and play. You know, you are now extending help. So when you add action to empathy, you have compassion. Then self-compassion is when you just don't talk to yourself or encourage yourself, you apply action. Now, I have made a mistake, quite all right. I feel bad. Nobody makes a mistake and is smiling. You don't make a mistake and you are smiling, then that means you did that intentionally, which is not good. So, of course, when we make mistakes, we'll feel sad, but we will not allow that sadness to define us. Hope you are with me, everyone. Okay, so now we have seen what self-compassion is. Now let's look at what self-pity is. The next paragraph said, self-compassion is not self-pity, which is when you get lost in your sadness and feel helpless. Did you see what self-pity is? Self-pity is when you get lost in your sadness and you feel helpless. You think there is no help. Nobody wants to help you. You cannot get out of this. That is self-pity. And you will dwell there, beating yourself up, just like Kwaku. I am stupid. I am foolish. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? I know I cannot sing. I will never be a good dancer. I can never be good at drawing. I can never be as beautiful as Cynthia. Look at how Toby is handsome and intelligent. I can never be like him. Wow, that is self-pity. That is what? Self-pity. And you will dwell there. You are struggling with something. You know that someone can help you with that thing. But because you are lost in your sadness, you are there. You can't ask for help. Did you see what Kwaku did? When he started talking to himself, then he went back to discover why he failed his maths test. When he discovered, he went to his teacher and asked for help. That is action. Yesterday at our transformation center, I was telling our ambassadors, nobody knows everything. Nobody knows everything. So it is okay to ask for help. It is okay. In fact, when you ask for help, it's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of weakness, especially when you have tried your best. Ask for help. Don't feel helpless. Don't feel there's no hope. No. That thing you are going through, somebody has gone through it and the person came out successfully. You failed masters. Beautiful. People have failed masters and today they are doing very well. They ask you to come out and give a speech in front of the class and you fumbled. That is not the end of the world. Even I myself, I have fumbled in front of an audience. I stammered, I forgot what I wanted to say, and I felt like the earth should open and swallow me. But here I am talking to you as if I am a professional in public speaking. And you would think, oh, Coach Victor is so good at this. He has never failed before. Who told you? I have failed a lot of times. I have failed. Failed. But one good thing is I don't allow failure to define me. Failure is just a stepping stone. Someone type in the comment section, failure is just a stepping stone. Everybody, type it. Failure is just a stepping stone. Where are those on my Zoom community? I'm not seeing your chats. Type in the comment section, failure is just a stepping stone. It is not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. That I failed does not mean I am a failure. Beautiful. Thank you. You guys are amazing. That you failed does not mean you are a failure. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. Type it again. That I failed does not mean I am a failure. You need to understand, let this sink inside your subconscious mind. That I failed at something does not mean I am a failure. Separate your emotions from yourself. That I failed does not mean I am a failure. Let that sink inside you so that tomorrow you make a mistake and you fail. Don't ever think you are a failure. It's not possible. All right. So I want to see that in the comment section. That I failed does not mean I am a failure. Where is Amarachi? Where is Chimamanda? I'm not seeing your comments. Beautiful. Good. Amazing. You guys are wonderful. That I failed does not mean I am a failure. That is beautiful. I love your energy. Okay. So let's read on. Self-compassion is an active way to deal with pain and find solution. Self-compassion is an active way to deal with pain and find solution. But you see self-pity. Self-pity will tie your legs, tie your hands, and keep flogging you. And you will be there. And you will think that is how life is. You'll be beating yourself up. You'll be sad. You'll be moody. You will not just be yourself. Thinking there is no hope, whereas there is hope. There is hope. Good. So let's move to the next slide. The 3 parts of self-compassion. Please write this down. It's very important. The 3 parts of self-compassion. Who can type the 3 parts of self-compassion in the comment section? I want to see the fastest finger. Type the 3 parts of self-compassion. The first one is self-kindness versus self-judgment. Self-kindness versus self-judgment. Be warm and understanding with yourself instead of being critical. Self-kindness is when you are warm and understanding with yourself, while self-judgment is when you are overcritical with yourself. When you are overcritical, one mistake and you beat yourself, you beat yourself, you beat yourself. How do you beat yourself? You saw what Kwaku did. Because he failed, he said, I am stupid. That is beating yourself. When you use negative words on yourself because of a mistake you made, you are beating yourself up. All right? So self-kindness is being warm and understanding with yourself, while self-judgment is being critical with yourself. So anytime by mistake you failed at something, just remember this. Tell yourself that I failed does not mean I am a failure. I will try again. I mean, if you remember growth mindset, growth mindset, that is growth mindset. Fixed mindset, because you failed at something, you stay fixed at that place. And you don't want to try again. You are scared of trying again. You become critical with yourself. But growth mindset, oh, I failed at this. It means I got something wrong. Let me go and study what I got wrong so that I'll get it right the next time. Growth mindset. And when you do that, boom, you pass. You remember in school, when assignment is given to you and you fail the assignment, what does your teacher do? They do the correction for you. And once you get the correction, you can never fail that question again, except you just want to fail that question. All right? Such is life. So the second part of self-compassion is common humanity versus isolation. Good. I can see those that are typing the 3 parts of self-compassion. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. You are so amazing. You are so amazing. Well done. All right. Now the second part is common humanity versus isolation. Remember that everyone makes mistakes and struggles. You are not alone. Please, can you type that in the comment section? Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone struggles. I am not alone. So that you will not think your mistake is the worst, or you are the only one passing through that struggle. And no, everyone makes mistake. We all make mistake. The difference between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset is you learn from your mistake. That is self-compassion in action. But when you don't learn from your mistake, that is self-pity in action. Okay? So everyone makes mistake. Oh, I failed the math test. Well, I'm not the first to fail in math test, so I'm not going to kill myself or beat myself up. I will try again. You failed at giving a presentation in class or on assembly ground or to an audience. People have done that. People have fumbled. They've stuttered. They've stammered while giving presentation. But that did not end their life. They kept improving themselves. And today, when they are speaking, you would think they were born with public speaking skill. So always remember, everyone makes mistake. You are not the only one that makes mistake. The difference is learn from your mistake. Learn from your mistake. Everybody type in the comment section, I will learn from my mistakes and I will do better. Type it, I will learn from my mistakes and I will do better. I will learn from my mistakes and I will do better. Beautiful. I can see your amazing feedbacks in the comment section. Then the last part of self-compassion is mindfulness versus over-identification. Mindfulness versus over-identification. See your difficult emotions clearly without letting them define you. See your difficult emotions clearly without letting them define you. That's why I said, when you fail, you are not a failure. You are not a failure. You are not a failure. That is what it means. Don't identify yourself with that event, with that emotion. Oh, you failed, and then you start seeing yourself as a failure. No. You made a mistake and you start seeing yourself as a mistake. No. There is a difference between your emotions and yourself. Emotions are temporal. That you are sad is just for a time. Okay, except you want to remain. I've not seen someone that is perpetually sad, except something is wrong with that person. The person needs help. So emotions, they come on and off. You are happy, next minute you are sad, next minute you are joyful, next minute you are down, next minute you are jubilating, celebrating, the next minute you are just by yourself, quiet. That is emotion. So if you build your identity around your emotion, then that means you are unstable. We can't trust you. Because the day you'll be happy, good. What if you are sad? Then your identity changes to sadness. So you see, don't build your identity around your emotion. Be mindful. Yes, you feel sad when you make a mistake, but don't identify with that mistake. Hope we are getting it. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so it's question time. All right. Question time. Everybody, it's question time, question time, question time. So you know how we usually do it. I will read the question. There are 10 questions. I will read the questions, read out the options. There are 4 options, A to D. Then you will pick your answer. You will just drop your answer in the comment section. So when I read number 1 and I read out the option, if the answer is C, you write 1C, so that I will know that you are answering question 1. If I get to question 5 and I read the question, read out the option, if the answer is D, you write 5D, and I will know that is the answer for question 5. Are we ready for the questions? If you are ready, type I am ready. If you are ready, type I am ready. I want to see the person that would get the highest. Who is ready for our question time? Let's see what you have learned so far. Amarachi is ready. Who else is ready? Who else is ready for the question? Who else is ready for the question? Clever Chimamanda is ready. Let me head over to my YouTube. My beautiful ambassadors on YouTube, are you ready for the question? Okay. Tando is ready. Kiki and David is ready. Question 1. Question 1. What is the main idea of self-compassion? What is the main idea of self-compassion? A, feeling sorry for yourself. B, treating yourself with kindness and understanding. C, being perfect all the time. D, hiding your mistakes. B. Yep, B is correct. B is correct, and Amarachi was the first to drop the answer. B is correct. Amanda got it correct. So B, the main idea of self-compassion is treating yourself with kindness and understanding. Well done, guys. I can see you. Question 2. Question 2. In the story, what did Kwaku first do after he failed his math test? A, he was kind to himself. B, he called himself stupid. C, he talked to his teacher. D, he went to play. Oh, Amanda is on fire. The answer is B, Kwaku called himself stupid. Question 3. Kwaku's friend, Emeka, helped him by reminding him that A, he was the only one who failed. B, he was a bad student. C, it's okay to have a bad day. D, he should just give up. C. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. The answer for question 3 is C. Emeka told Kwaku that it's okay to have a bad day, all right? Question 4. Question 4. Self-pity is different from self-compassion because self-pity makes you feel A, strong, B, helpless, C, happy, D, brave. Wow, you guys are so amazing. So amazing. See the way you are just smashing the answers. Correct. The answer for question 4 is B. Self-pity makes you feel helpless. Question 5. Question 5. What did Kwaku do after he showed himself self-compassion? A, he threw away his test. B, he cried for a long time. C, he looked at his mistakes and asked for help. D, he blamed his teacher. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. You guys are on fire. Question 5 is C. Kwaku looked at his mistakes and asked for help. Well done. Well done. Now let's move to question 6. The second part of self-compassion, which is common humanity, means you should remember that A, you are the only one who struggles. B, everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. C, you are better than others. D, only smart people fail sometimes. Wow, the way the answers are coming in, so amazing. Okay, you all got it. The answer for question B is, for question 6 is B. Everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. Now let's move to question 7. Question 7, you guys are really smashing it. All right, question 7 goes like this. If you are feeling disappointed, an act of self-kindness would be A, to say, I should have done better. B, to call yourself a failure. C, to say, it's okay to feel this way. D, to pretend you are not disappointed. Wow. Amanda and Amarachi is really on fire. And then on YouTube, everybody is just on fire. Nobody has filled any questions so far. That is amazing. So the answer for question 7 is C, to say it's okay to feel this way. Question 8. Question 8. Which of these is a good way to practice self-compassion? Which of these is a good way to practice self-compassion? A, criticizing yourself. B, blaming others. C, talking to yourself like a friend. D, ignoring your feelings. Wow, amazing. Amarachi, well done. Amanda, well done. And all my beautiful ambassadors on YouTube, well done. The answer for question 8 is C. Question 9. Question 9. Self-compassion helps you handle setbacks by giving you A, a reason to stop trying. B, strength and motivation to try again. C, an excuse for your mistakes. D, a way to blame others. Marashi and Amanda, they are just doing serious competition on our Zoom. But that is beautiful. Question 9 is B. Self-compassion helps you handle setback by giving you strength and motivation to try again. Then the last question, which is question 10. The last question, which is question 10. The story of Kwaku teaches us that you should be kind to yourself. A, only when you succeed. B, only when others are watching. C, especially when you are struggling or have made a mistake. D, never. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. You all are amazing. Please clap for yourselves. Just celebrate yourselves. You got the questions correct. The answer for question 10 is C. You should be kind to yourself, especially when you are struggling or have made a mistake. That is beautiful. Wow, amazing. Please clap for yourselves again and again and again and again. It's not easy. Not everyone can answer these questions. Okay. Now let's look at reflection and affirmation. Reflection and affirmation. Now let's look at the gift and talent reflection question. Please pay attention. I want you to answer this maybe to yourself. You don't need to type it in the comment section, but if you feel like typing it in the comment section so that we will learn from you, that would be amazing. Now, think about a time your gift or talent did not work out as you hoped. How can you show yourself self-compassion in that moment instead of getting upset or giving up? So let me share mine. There was a time, because I play the keyboard, so I was asked in a very big program, can I play the keyboard? Now, instead of me to say, oh, I'm still learning, I'm not yet good, I said, yes, I can play. And that was how they gave me the stage. And I played rubbish. I played nonsense. And the embarrassment was so much because I was sent down from the stage because I was disrupting the service. I was playing nonsense. I was disorganizing the songs and everything, and people were not able to connect to God. And they had to send me out to go and sit down. And then they called someone that could play. And I felt like a failure. Had it been then, someone has taught me self-compassion the way you are being taught today, I would have been able to come out of that condition because it wasn't funny. 6 months and I was still nursing that pain. 6 months, I was still nursing that pain. I ran away from the keyboard because every time I saw the keyboard, I saw that embarrassment. And I said, no, I'm not going to play this keyboard again. That is self-pity. 6 months. But thank God for a wonderful friend that told me, hey, You've been playing the keyboard before that event happened. So why let it define you? You are not a failure because you messed up that day. Of course, it was my fault if I had just been honest to say I'm still a learner, right? But after he spoke to me, I was able to come out of that self-pity. So think about a time when your gift, your talent, your preparation, you prepared for something and you ended up failing that thing. You read and read and read and read and read. And when the time for the exam or test came, you failed. Oh my goodness. Is there a pain that could be compared to that? You prepared for something and you end up not getting that thing. That is the best time to practice self-compassion, my dear. Okay, someone is typing something in the comments. I said, okay, this is Tando. Said, I was doing a test, the last one for the term, and I was being tested on Afrikaans. I was writing and reading it. And okay, I was writing and reading it was like very hard. Doing it, and I was not impressed with my score. Oh. But I was able to see that I have room to improve. That is amazing. That is self-compassion. That is growth mindset. Thank you, Ambassador Tando. That is what we want you to know. You made a mistake, you feel it's okay. It's okay to feel sad. Everybody has a bad day once in a while, but your bad days does not define you. Your failures does not define you. All right. Okay, so let's take our affirmations together, everybody. Repeat after me. I am worthy of kindness, especially from myself. I will treat myself with the same care and understanding I would give a dear friend. My struggles do not define me. They are a part of a larger human experience. Let's take these affirmations again. I am worthy of kindness, especially from myself. Beat your chest as you are saying it. I will treat myself with the same care and understanding I would give a dear friend. My struggles do not define me. They are a part of a larger human experience. Wow. Okay, I think Kiki dropped something. She said, um, said, what I had to go onto the stage. Okay, she was talking about when she had to go onto the stage, maybe for a presentation. Said, I was really shaking when I had to sing. I was nervous, but I actually started singing. And I believe you sang amazingly well. All right, that is beautiful. Okay, so it is feedback time. Feedback time. All right, so I will read out the feedback because we have 5 questions under the feedback. So you will just, the way we normally answer. If your answer for number 1 is D, you write 1D. If it is C, you write 1C. All right. So the first question under our feedback is, how well did this lesson help you understand what self-compassion is? How well did this lesson help you understand what self-compassion is? A, not at all. B, a little. C, fairly well. D, very well. Okay. Chimamanda said fairly well. Fairly well is more like 50-50. 50-50. That is fairly, Fairly. Okay. Kiki and David said D. I can see D. I can see C. Fairly well. Okay. Okay, Amanda has changed to D. Okay. All right. Question 2. Was the story of Kwaku a helpful way to explain the topic? A, not at all. B, a little. C, fairly. D, very well. Okay, that is question 2. I'm seeing a D, very well, very well. And Amanda has gone ahead to answer everything. Okay, question 3. Were the questions easy to understand? Were the questions easy to understand? A, not at all. They are not easy to understand. B, a little. C, yeah, fairly, 50-50. D, very well. I understood the questions and I was able to smash them. I can see a D and a C. All right. Then the fourth question. I am confident that I can start to practice self-compassion in my life. I am confident that I can start to practice self-compassion in my life. A, not confident at all, meaning I can't start practicing self-compassion. No, I can't. B, a little confident, just a little. C, fairly confident, like 50-50, not here, not here, just in the middle. D, very confident. In fact, starting from today, I will start practicing self-compassion. And then the last question, and I want you guys to be sincere in the last question. My coach or mentor explained the lesson in a clear way. A, not clear at all. Coach Victor did not explain anything clear. I did not understand anything that Coach Victor was saying. In fact, I did not understand anything. B, a little. I just understood a little of what Coach Victor was saying. C, fairly clear. Not very clear, but like 50-50, D, oh, very clear. I understood what Coach Victor taught. I understood the lessons. I understood the stories, the questions, the affirmation. Amarachi said, extra well. Oh my goodness. Wow. I feel like buying ice cream for everybody. But I don't know how to send the ice cream to you guys now. Okay, maybe I'll send the ice cream on WhatsApp. Then you will download it on WhatsApp, and then you go and print it out, and then you go and give the ice cream guy, and then he'll give you the ice cream. Clap for yourself. That's so amazing. So amazing. I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. Okay, so let's look at the summary. Let's look at the summary of the whole class. All right, here is the summary of everything that we have done today. Self-compassion is a powerful tool that helps you navigate setbacks with kindness and strength. By treating yourself like a friend, you can learn from mistakes and grow without being defined by them. That is the summary of what we have learned today. And I want you to practice it. Practice it. Love yourself, care for yourself, talk to yourself whenever you feel down, and whenever you need help. Please don't keep quiet. Ask and you will receive. All right. Okay, that is the end of the class. So let's take our affirmation. I can see your face, Amanda. Well done. Are you trying to put your nose on the camera? I don't understand, Amanda. Oh, you think I cannot see you? Is that Amanda? Okay. And I can see Amarachi with the eyes of an eagle. All right, affirmation time, affirmation time, affirmation time. So let me share my screen. Okay, I will read and you will repeat after me. I am a PDAC ambassador. I am a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. Make sure you're saying this after me. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that lead me to success. I have the wisdom to make, manage, and multiply money effectively. I am a confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics, and I love to learn new things. I believe in myself, and I have a positive self-image. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be a PDAC ambassador and will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and dedication. So help me God. Amen. If you have just said these affirmations, please clap for yourself. Now, let me explain what it means to be a PDAC ambassador. Yesterday, I was explaining it and I got an amazing feedback. Being a PDAC ambassador means representing all you are being taught in this academy. Okay, when you go to school, at home, your community, wherever you find yourself, you represent these values, you represent this teaching. Now you have learned self-compassion. When you see someone that needs self-compassion, what do? Share what you have learned. Teach him or her how to show himself or herself compassion. You have learned self-acceptance. Don't just stop at learning it alone. Teach others. Tell them about what you have learned. And if possible, invite them to come and learn what you are learning in the academy, which is totally free of charge. That is what being an ambassador is. It's not just a title. You are a representative of personal development. You are a representative of excellence. You are a representative of greatness wherever you find yourself. All right. Okay. Any question? Is there any question from anyone? Any question based on what we have learned today? Because we have come to the end of the class. Any question? My Zoom guys, if there's no question, type no question. Amanda said, how do you show self-love? Amanda that wanted to swallow her camera said, how do you show self-love? It's simple. I think you even answered it at the beginning of the class. By not being judgmental to yourself, not being overcritical with yourself, not beating yourself up because of a mistake that you made. Remember what Kwaku did? He failed a test, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was, I am stupid. That is not self-love. Okay, can you rephrase the question? He said, okay, how do you show love? Is that what you mean? Maybe you should rephrase the question. Okay, I can see those that are saying no question, no question. Thank you, thank you. Amarachi has not said anything. Amarachi is just looking at me like, Coach Victor, you're owing me. Coach Victor, you're owing me. Pay me my money. That is the eyes she's using to look at me. Okay, so how do you show love? Okay, he said, how do you show love yourself? I don't understand what Amanda is asking. Is it how do you show yourself love? Or are you asking me how I show people love? Amanda, please help me out. So we are done. You can go now. I'm attending to those that have questions so that I could. Amanda, okay. Okay, Amanda, are you speaking Latin or French or German or Sweden or Zulu or what are you speaking? I don't understand this whole question. You guys are just laughing. Okay, all right. Let me see if I can ask you to unmute your mic. Let me stop streaming on YouTube so that I can ask